Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Agents of Chaos Gaming, where order comes to die and chaos reigns. I'm Crunch, and I've got Scotty and QB with me.
Hey Scotty, do you know what the name Virgil reminds me of the most?
Why? What does the name Virgil remind you of the most?
Remember Thunderbirds?
KB. KB. In one year, I've now got Devil Trigger, and the other year, I've got Thunderbirds. I'm fucked for the next 2 hours.
Yes! I've never seen Thunderbirds, so this all means nothing to me. Anyway, so last
We must show you.
Last time we got our hands on Nero's new battle gimmick, which is his new robot devil arm, and we're continuing on with our exploration of Redgrave City now that it has been completely screwed over by the Clyfoth. So, let us continue.
Gesundheit.
That is kind of a Gesundheit sounding name, isn't it?
Clyfoth.
No more wheels from here.
Alright, guess I'm walking then.
Yo! Check it out.
What? And this is?
From Morrison. I think it's his manifesto.
Alright, so I'm just going to slowly scroll through this. If you want to read this, you can pause the video to do so. Basically, it's just mentions the fact that Dante used to run around as with an alias of Tony Redgrave, and we're currently in Redgrave City. So, if anyone's ever watched the DMC anime, they actually bring this up during one of the episodes.
I'm waiting on you. I'm cooking. Any special orders?
There's a character that shows up in one of the episodes where he is constantly calls Dante Tony, even though nobody else understands why. And actually, speaking of anime connections, this is something I didn't bring up. Morrison himself, the guy from the very first prologue episode, he is actually an anime character brought into the game. However, for some reason, they changed him from being a white dude to a black guy. I just don't understand why. It's an interesting changeover, and I have honestly no complaints about it. I'm just curious as to why they did it. Anyway, so now that we've established what Nero's new gimmick is, we have access to the shop. In this case, Nico's our shop owner. So let's go ahead and take a look. Also, this woman has guns pointed,
Got a new arm for ya.
frickin' tattooed on her crotch. Or pelvis, rather.
Get better. Buster. Well, that's nice. That's in the colours of the arm from DMC before, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And that's also the reason why I wanted to use this version. One of the deluxe edition perks was you get early access to that arm. Normally you don't get that until like a few missions later.
The Iron Man arm.
Try this, baby.
Pasta breaker.
That's the best one.
Yeah, so the Gertbera GP01 and the Pasta Breaker, along with 2 others,
For those hard to reach itches.
are DLC only.
Curie will love it. Catch my meaning?
Oh.
And now for
Is that what I think it
Want
is?
the creme de la creme?
What, you mean this?
Look no further.
No, the one before it that Kirie will like.
Yes, that's exactly what you think it is. And yes, we have that as part of our arsenal, and yes, I am about to throw that on.
Please use that.
And I'm just going to throw the Buster Breaker on. Alright, so in the shop we have access to buying skills and upgrades, which I'm going to grab a couple of. I'm going to get speed so Nero can move faster, and I'm also going to grab Wire Snatch just for some extra length on his grab range. You can also get upgrades for Blue Rose. This right now, the only thing that you can get is Color Up, which is a another add-on for the gun up mode that he has, and some new moves for Sword. I'm gonna grab Streak because that's basically the dash forward attack. And
I don't know why, but that just made me smile.
See.
and I'm gonna actually grab this. This basically lets you carry more arms on his belt. And we're gonna go back to equipment. I'm gonna actually throw an extra arm on. We are gonna toss on this just for the giggles.
Does it do what I think it does?
What, the Sweet Surrender?
Cause it's on a piston.
Bang, bang, bang.
It might do what you think it does.
Leave us in suspense.
Crunch. You know where my mind. You know where my mind is going with this. So if you're saying like that, it is where I'm going.
I don't know. That looks so.
Yeah, so this was actually one of the ones that they made they very specifically made a trailer to advertise. And when you have this equipped, it does change a couple of things. As you saw when the level loaded in, it actually did the drop-down teleport animation. Also, when you're jumping, he poses like Mega Man. And then
Mega Mug.
And then the other thing that he does is when you're dodging, which he actually slides back and forth. It is very silly, but
it is amazing.
So one thing I should note is that this is actually the level that they used for the demo when this game was coming out. And this is one of the first things that I had to check. Yes, you can pop all the balloons.
That's the most important thing, Crunch.
So, Mega Buster, as you might expect, is a pew-pew pellet gun.
Pew-pew-pew.
And then when you don't fire it for a minute, it actually builds up a charge for a bigger shot. And then its break attack is when you like hold down the button to charge it, does a Mega Buster blast, like the big one. So, however, doing the charge ability does break the unit, so you get one shot out of that. Now, one minor downside to this system is that because it is similar to in Devil May Cry 4, when you're holding down lock-on, it doesn't let you actually use the weapon attack. It just defaults to using the arm shot, or the arm grab. The long distance since grabbing. That's what I mean. This, basically, wire snatch. But yeah, we can just run around and pelt things with lemons. For any old Ego Raptor fans out there.
So it is apocalyptic.
Yes, rank A is apocalyptic. And then I think I like that they call it Savage because it just reminds me of the reboot one, so I feel like they just borrowed it straight from that. I have no complaints about that. But yes, Nero's running around with a frickin' Mega Buster on his arm. It looks hilarious, and I love it.
What are demons doing in a city like this?
Yeah, putting it mildly. And here we have the Red Pusa just chilling out here, so we're just gonna go ahead and just beat him up a bit. Oh, I can't actually just pull him to me. I thought I couldn't do that. I mean, because he's airborne. I think normally if he's on the ground, you can't do it. Oh! Okay. So we got one of those chilling over there. Also, just to show this off, if you come up here, this is an achievement. Let me find me a target real quick. You'll do.
Not making it easy for me, huh?
So, as I mentioned, charge up the breaker on Mega Buster. Bam! The reason why I wanted to show that off is because this is sitting on the ground. Say hello to the monkey business. and say goodbye to the monkey business.
Monkey!
So the monkey business arm was one that was for a while exclusive to Japan, and then eventually they released it as like a free DLC for this game. You can't buy that one in the store for some reason. It only exists loose on the ground. So they're kind of rare.
How does it launch?
I don't know. It was like I think it was like a pre-order bonus, Amazon in Japan or something.
Buy specifically, You Fear the Reaper.
Also, I love how they decided to reference DMC3 by bringing these guys back. Oh, so much for that. I was going to show off the Buster Arm. The Buster Arm, as you can probably guess, it is more or less the same thing as what he had in DMC4, where you can grab enemies and slam them around. And that's also the reason why, like I said, I wanted to do this on the other version, was just because of, or on this version rather than the special edition, because this gives you early access to that, and I like using that for boss fights, so I kind of want to just like show off some of those maneuvers.
So does the Buster still have like the Buster finishers you could do in?
Yes, it does. So like if a boss gets stunned or something, like there's some clear cues for, okay, this is a Buster moment. Alright, so since I've only got this thing left, this is what Sweet Surrender does. Yes, it has a very silly animation to it. What it's actually doing, effect-wise, is it slowly regenerates your health while it's active. And I'm just going to give you a nice up-close view there. Are you happy, Scotty?
Can I get one?
Now, I don't think the regeneration for effect actually works outside of combat. I think you have to actually be in battle for it to be working. But, yeah, it does that. And then if you do the break maneuver, it basically gives you a bunch of health all at once. It's like a quick burst heal. And speaking of heals, I just want to grab those green orbs real quick. Oh, forgot enemies actually spawned up here.
Also, the reason I'm muted, I'm down making a coffee, and I don't want the noise from my coffee maker getting into the recording.
Yay for caffeine. Come here, you bug. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it. Can you even get on this thing? I don't know. I don't think so. Ah, did it. Another Mega Buster. We can have fun with this. Pew 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 pew. Also, here we have one of those moments I was talking about.
Looks like I'm gonna make it there before you do, V.
So yeah, you can see V's over there doing stuff, and that's actually one of the other levels. And if there was another actual human playing that level right now, it would actually be reflecting here instead of being a developer ghost. But we're not gonna sit and watch that. We have things to do.
Stop me.
So, is this technically a pseudo multiplayer? If you can see other players?
Yeah, it's a pseudo multiplayer. It's not like a proper multiplayer where like you could invite your friends to play with you or whatever.
Devil May Cry.
Co-op. Yeah, it's not a co-op mode. Although, if you play this game on PC, I believe there are modders out there who have actually created a co-op mode for this game. And I think they've also done like a PvP kind of mode too. So,
Just hack my way through.
the modding community for this game is quite impressive, to say the least, for
Doesn't seem like
what
a
they've been
deal
able
to
to
me.
do. Alright, here's an arm I actually haven't shown off yet. Gerbera. This guy is a mobility kind of arm. Well, actually, depending on what circumstance you're under. Now, Nero made a comment about which way did he come from. That, normally speaking, when the tutorials are on, this would be where they would proc you into saying, hey, you can press a button that, if you get lost, you can press a button that will tell you, like, point you in the direction you're supposed to be going. Because this game is a little bit more of a linear affair rather than a explorative one like the older games. But, one, it doesn't really matter that much, and I don't remember which button it is anyway. Now, so you come in here and it triggers a fight. But yeah, so what Gerbera does is, depending on if you're pushing on the stick or just standing still, it does concussive blasts. So you can basically throw things around, or if you're pressing on the stick, you can throw yourself around. It's charged up break moves, pretty fun, but I'm going to save that for later.
Crazy.
So I like the dynamic music system this game has. Basically, the better your ranking is, the different parts of the track will play. Come down here. Grab this real quick. Pop up here. I need to grab this. And grabbing this triggers another fight. And I'm going to pull myself over here real quick. Come here, buddy. So yeah, you want to bring the fight over here to make the floor collapse. And the reason for that being, come in here, there's a blue orb fragment. I'm pretty sure you can actually finish this combat sequence without ever coming over to this side, and thus you'd never find that, but since I know it's there, I'm going to show it off. Plus, you know, I want the blue orb fragment. More health, eventually.
This again?
I feel like that's a little line of self-awareness, just from the fact that they just made you do this. That is pretty gross, though. Alright, now to show off another change from a series staple. The secret missions and how you access them. Originally so for anyone who's been following our playthroughs, in Devil May Cry 3 they were just random little spots that if you hit the access menu on, or button on, it would trigger them. In DMC4 they were pieces of paper with red writing scribbled on them, pinned in like various spots that you could use to access the secret missions. Now, they're glyphs that are slapped on the wall, and if you look at them from a certain spot, it gives you the trigger, or the access trigger. So, this is Mission 01, Eliminate All Demons. Pretty much a standard starting mission for this franchise. You have a time limit to just kill everything. Nothing too particularly difficult here, just a bunch of impulses mainly.
See the red imposters, do they just replace like the big red orb fucking blobs that were in previous games?
Oh, you mean like the crystals?
Right.
Not really. There is actually a proper stand-in for the red orb crystal fountains, but we haven't seen any of those yet. I actually don't think there is one in this level. I think that's next level. But yeah, when the style meter hits an S rank, that's when the chorus of the song kicks in. I think someone took a look at the music system that Revengeance had and said, hey, we can do that. Because Revengeance had a dynamic music system to it as well, but that was more contextually dynamic.
That song is stuck in my head, which will never leave.
What song?
The God, I'm forgetting his name now.
What, Armstrong?
No, the guy you fight before him, Sam.
Oh. The only thing I know for real.
My cover of that will be out eventually. Eventually, I'm just going to do a cover series on this channel.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finally show this off since I've got a decent truth here going on. So, the charge move for Gerbera, never mind. I'm not going to show that off after all, because I got hit. Basically, it's a big laser wave attack. I am going to find a point to show it off somewhere, but my timing for trying to do things apparently is just not great. Like, Liv is like, hey, I'm going to show off the Buster arm, gets smacked. Never mind, no, I'm not. Yeah, the green Impusas, when they're in combat situations, they will just sit there and heal other demons. So you do kind of want to like take them out pretty quickly, normally speaking. However, since this is still early in the game, it's not really that big a deal.
Yeah,
I know, that song, when that song came out, I was like stuck in my brain for ages. I think I remember when the first trailer dropped, I used to just watch it over and over again, not just because for the trailer, but just for the song, because they played Devil Trigger in it.
We've got Dismal, Crazy, no, haven't seen B yet, we've got Apocalyptic, we've got...
I think you've seen B. Pretty sure. Had B.
Well, it may have popped up when I was... It may have popped up when I wasn't looking at the screen.
Maybe.
Ooh.
There's a big, nice daytime view of the tree, causing all this problem. Also, plastic furniture.
Our mortal enemy.
It must be destroyed.
What's that noise? Is it overture?
There you go. Badass. So, Dismal, Crazy, Badass, Apocalyptic, Savage, and then I forget what the other two are. I'm pretty sure one of them is just Smoking Sexy Style or something like that.
I think that's Triple S.
That sounds about right. Oh, hey, another Gerbera.
If I remember correctly, I think Double S is just Smoking Sexy.
It might be. Alright, so to actually show this off proper,
Give him a little taste of the...
My fire, my laser.
basically. And I also love what Nero says when you use this thing. Which is giving him a taste of the good shit. I love that. It's such a
There's
silly
another. What did that say?
monkey
Monkey
business.
business.
It's basically a bunch of bananas.
Oh no, not another one of these things. Ew.
Yep. Sticking that in your pocket.
That's a parasite.
And a scripted ground collapse.
Just got a bunch of bananas.
Yep. This is one of the things I love about the cutscenes in this game is that because most of them are actually done in engine, whatever arm you have on at the time will actually show up in the cutscene. There's only like a few instances where that doesn't happen, which is kind of sad, but the cases where it does happen, it's hilarious. So what these guys do, just to stick with them, is they will have like moments of going berserk and charging at you, and while they're berserked out like that, they cannot be stunned. And there's like no particular trigger for it or anything like that, they just do it.
So what's the charge for the bananas?
Well, the standard attack is a drill maneuver. There's a particular reason for that. The charge attack is this. Basically, it's a flying charge with the drill. And we're just going to overture him into non-existence. Yeah, fun fact about this little pit here is that when you're later on in the game, you have more mobility options. You can actually completely jump over this, and it will not trigger that fight. But obviously, since we're just starting out and we are still Babby Nero, we have to do it. Yeah, it's disgusting. Also, I forgot, I need to check to see if there was anything over on this side. The answer is no, just some red orbs, so grab these real quick. I do actually like how, like, if you think about it, those red orb clusters just showing up randomly makes sense because of the Clypoth and the way it's doing things.
Not gonna lie. This new arm is pretty sweet.
Can you hear that, Nero?
Guess the phone still works.
Took you long enough, dumbass. What happened to the third week rule? Tell you what, you call me from now on, and I'll hustle on over.
I would just be like, how did you get the phone number for this pay box? Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't the payphone boxes like that usually like red in Europe?
Yes. Well. Yeah, that's pretty much a London one.
They're red or sometimes blue, depending on who you ask.
There's no such thing as too prepared.
So yeah, new mechanic for the game is that they will throw in spots where like that where you can actually call Nico to come and say hello in various silly ways. And I do mean this game gets very silly with the ways that she shows up.
Okay, well, she actually does take it off the shelf.
Oh yeah, good choice.
Yep. Anyway, I do actually want to put that on for coming up here. But I am going to do this. I'm going to swap the order here. So one thing that you can't do while you're out in the field is you can't actually like change the order of your breakers, which I know some people have actually made comment about that being a bad thing, but I believe the developer said when they were asked about that it was done that way on purpose, just so for I forget what the exact reasoning was, but it was that they had something for why they did it that way.
Breaker plus, breaker plus.
So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a blue orb since I actually can. Just a little extra buff. Why not one more? Now, you will also notice there is something that normally this game shop sells that is not here. This game does not have healing items anymore. Not in the same sense as the rest of them. You can buy blue orbs, you can buy gold orbs, which you can use as revives. And you'll be swimming in these things after a while. Because they are very... they give you a lot of these. Well, so there's some that are hidden throughout the levels. You can just buy them straight up here. And then this game also gives them to you as a login bonus for just turning the game on. And you're no longer
login bonus.
Yeah, and you're no longer limited to only 3 per, or just holding 3 of them, where you were limited in the original games.
Yeah.
Now you can hold as many as you want, and I think like on my main playthrough file, on my like primary account, I think I have like over 100 something.
Also, I just noticed something. There was no DT stars or bloody L stars.
Yeah, like I said, the healing items like the health stars and all that jazz, they're gone. They don't exist.
Fabulous.
Somebody call a doctor?
I wasn't expecting any survivors.
He's a big boy.
Sorry to disappoint you. Hey, you happen to see a guy around here? About this big, uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
These cutscenes with the Mega Buster.
Big scary demon. Mega Buster.
You would do me no good. I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
Okay, buddy.
King? You? I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy and all, but you seem more like a knuckle-scrapping fart in the wind than anything else. No offense.
Do you know who I am?
Nope.
I shall show you the wrath of the mighty Goliath.
Well, that's disturbing.
Cool trick.
Oh, he's up, Chuck.
Hey, do you do parties?
Incandescent Colossus, Goliath.
Yeah, maybe
Boy.
I will. Sorry, I'm about to kill you.
Alright, just because I actually want to have a different breakdown for this, I'm going to go ahead and do the Mega Buster thing. So now I've got my Buster arm here. Alright, so Goliath is a big stompy boy. He does do a lot of punching and whatnot. And he does smack the ground as well, so, you know, dodge, which is what I'm not doing at the moment. You can also grapple onto him and jump up and hit him in the face. And this level is also dynamic destruction.
It's your brain. Jack it up all you want.
Also, one nice thing that's different about this game that they just started doing for this was in-battle banter. Like, I believe in like the older ones, some of the bad guys would say stuff, but you've actually got Dante and Nero, or currently Nero. You've got Nero sitting there yakking back at him. So, ow.
Well, I mean, in DMC3 we had just as going to spank you on the butt.
Yeah. Okay, I need to get outside. So this is a move that he will now start doing sometimes. He turns his stomach into a vacuum. And you do not want to get caught in that. And actually, I'm going to use this. So as I said, like this move only seems to work in combat. Where with the health regeneration. I think it's while you're doing damage is when it regenerates. Come on, buddy, fall over. This is admittedly one of those times where I wish that Nero had air dodging. Alright, he's now about to basically shoot at me. Oh no, he's going, he's getting serious. I slowly goofed that up. Okay, where's some green orbs? I know there's some scattered on this level. There we go. Well, that was close. Yeah, I can do that there. Damn it. This is one of those times where actually Gerber would be useful, because Gerber, you can use it as a air dodge of sorts. I'm gonna try to not rely on that too much, but then again, I'm also letting myself get hit way too much. Alright, come on, fall over, will ya? What is he doing? Okay, he's going for just chucking shit. Oh, thank you.
Come for a fastball special. Whee!
Oh. Ow. Thought I dodged out of that. It's not.
Monkey.
Yep, he's big gorilla. Low with horns on his head. Demon gorilla.
Embrace the power of monkey.
Please fall over already. Gosh dang it. What fruit? What are you babbling about?
Banana.
No, wouldn't that be something?
Pulls out big banana like Donkey Kong.
Oh gosh, okay, please no, please no. Ah, crap, you got me. Alright, so the way you get yourself out of that is you can execute a break on your double arm. However, I did not want to do that because I wanted to show off what his Buster attack looks like. But I guess I'll have to save that for another time. Maybe I'll do like a rematch video showing it off or something. I don't know. Ow. So there's an arm over there. What's this? Oh, it's an overture. But yeah, for the first big boss, he's actually not too terrible. Yeah, now that he's knocked over, that would have been a perfect time for a Buster, but I don't have the arm. I should have loaded up on those. I should have. Alright, nope, enough of you. Enough out of you. I love it. Just sitting there babbling about something. Bird!
Where?
I curse my stars in bit of grief and woe. That made my love so high, and me so low.
Oh, there was hot topic ever a sale.
Kitty!
Little wanderer,
Ow.
Thought I was gonna have to pick you out of his, tummy teeth.
Pardon my delay.
Tummy
I
teeth.
was catching up on some reading.
Yeah, looks like a real page turner. So, think Dante's still in there?
If Urizen defeated him, then I expect he's not much more than Glyphod pollen by now.
A what?
Glyphod. It's a tree that grows in the underworld. It thrives on human blood, and those whose blood it sucks, well,
Yep.
let's just say they don't turn out too well.
So my Wi-Fi just died.
Oof.
Well, in any case, we need to find out.
I'm on mobile there, the network
Dante's
comes
alive,
back.
we'll save him. If not, we don't.
Wait. First, we need to exterminate some Glyphod roots.
V, what the hell are you?
I know I'm late. Shut it! The roads were all clogged. Hey,
Her
you
voice
like a
actress
bee,
must
huh?
have had a
Hey,
hell of a
get
fun
that?
time with this
Ding, ding,
character.
ding, right by your feet.
Some dialogue.
Ooh-wee. I'm gonna make something amazing out of this.
Did you just sniff that? Do you have any idea where that's been?
Up your butt.
Focus
Yep.
on the mission.
I'm the serious one now, apparently.
Where you think that's been? Up your butt. Mate.
I know, I love that line. It's so stupid, but it fits with their dynamic. I would play an entire game that's just these two, like, never mind the rest of the other stuff. Just give me just these two, and it'd be so much fun. Anyway,
That's a spin-off game.
oh, I would so go for that. But anyway, so that is mission 2, which is technically level 3, but whatever. Numbers are things that exist.
What are
And
numbers?
yeah, so join us next time as we will do as V said and go take care of some roots. So we will see you guys then.
Bye.